The Right Side with Doug Billings. The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the set of my show, The Right Side. I'm Doug Billings. You made it. You're right here where you're supposed to be. Nudged by God, perhaps, to be here? Maybe so. The Determined Patriotism Conference is just a few steps away. Make sure you follow the instructions here on the website. Also, take note. Friday night, we're going to go out and have some fun. It's not a sin to go out and have a little bit of wholesome family fun in Branson, Missouri. We can do that, and we will. It's an optional package. Make sure you sign up for it if you want to. Other than that, I want to share with you the blessings that have come my way in my life, truly. Over the past 3 years, having started my show, you all have been right with me, shoulder to shoulder, and you have blessed me. You've honored me, and I want to give back a little bit. At a very low cost, we are presenting to you my friends, General Michael Flynn, Mike Lindell, Devin Nunes, Father James Altman, Tom Renz, Mel K and Vandersteel, the Flyover conservatives, John DiLemme, Alex Stone. They will all be there. I'll be there. You'll be up close and personal. Everybody's a VIP at this event for a very affordable cost. And I appreciate you. This is what the founders did. They gathered together to motivate, inspire, and educate. And we will do that. We will have tangible, specific ways by which we can go back home and get involved in our local levels and take back America from the radical left communist-socialist, formerly known as the Democrat Party, that coalition of immorality that they are. And we'll do it with fun, morality, a little bit of God mixed in. Thank you, Father Altman. And we'll do it with each other. Conservative values, traditional values. Ladies and gentlemen, you have blessed me, and I hope that this event will be a blessing for you. You can gather together and talk with all of the speakers. If you want an autograph, if you want a picture, shake their hand and thank them. And I guarantee you that they will thank you. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you will be the most important people in that conference hall. Believe it. Only 400 tickets. You know it's going to be an intimate event. Small, up close, and personal. And I hope to see you there. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it. For the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Thanks for watching from around the planet. I appreciate you. Today, my closing remarks about the Tucker Carlson thing and Rupert Murdoch. There's more to it than just not liking Tucker. There's a disdain for President Trump and everything that the America First movement represents. And Rupert Murdoch is having none of it any longer at Fox. There's that, plus my friends, Dr. Jason Dean and the one and only Mel K on today's program. Ladies and gentlemen, The Right Side with Doug Billings is upon you. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hey, everybody. My name is General Mike Flynn, and I'm here to do a big shout out for my great friend and one of the best in the business, Mr. Doug Billings. Right Side with Doug Billings, Right Side with Doug Billings. Doug is the future of the airwaves when it comes to independent broadcasters and podcasters. He is the new Rush Limbaugh. He's exactly what America needs right now, looking for honesty, looking for wisdom, looking for truth, looking for patriotism. Listen to Doug Billings at Right Side with Doug Billings. God bless you and God bless America, and thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are winning. We're winning, winning, winning. Welcome to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Are you ready?
We are not liberal snowflakes who melt away in the face of tragedy, adversity, and challenge. We are a covenant nation under God, and His divine providence is not dead and it's not gone. It is living within each and every one of you. And you will bring it to life in such a way that the world has never seen before. We never back down. We never give up. We march forward.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Thanks very much for watching us from around the planet. I appreciate you wherever you may be. Coming to you from smack dab in the middle of the fruited plain of the United States of America, the republic for which we stand, all of us. May Day today. Happy May Day, everybody. May 1st. Yeah, the old, remember the old annual May crowning events for all of you? Here's a picture. Look at this handsome young guy. Doesn't this guy look thrilled to have been chosen to be part of the May crowning event? This is a young Doug Billings right there. Thank God I grew into those ears. Holy moly. And that suit, could it be any tighter? Buttoned all the way up to the top. Yeah, I was thrilled to have been chosen to be the guy, part of the May crowning event. God bless the little girl. I wish I knew what her name was. I would embarrass her and call her out by name, but I can't remember. St. Francis Xavier Grade School. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Happy May Day to you. So, first day of May, still a lot of things to cover, but with regards to the Tucker incident. But real quickly, remember about the whole Tucker thing. First of all, he's going to rise up like the Phoenix, right? He's free. He can do whatever he wants. He's going to be, even though this might be hard to imagine, more important, more relevant, more powerful than he's ever been before. And he's going to be just fine. It's going to be interesting to see where he lands. Remember that Rupert Murdoch, though, when we look back at the Tucker Carlson situation, there's much more involved here than just Tucker with regards to Rupert Murdoch and his views. Rupert Murdoch never liked President Trump, still doesn't. In 2016, Fox News, you remember this, you all part of the most intellectually mature audience in all of podcast land. You remember that Rupert Murdoch and Fox News initially endorsed Marco Rubio, for crying out loud. Little Marco, of all people. And it was brilliant to see President Trump absolutely mock little Marco out of the race. That's what happened. So, Murdoch, which is stunning, supported Rubio. And then you would think, okay, Trump has successfully mocked little Marco out of the race. Maybe he's the guy. But instead of supporting Trump at that time, Murdoch puts his money on, which is an absolute testimony to the stupidity and a lack of foresight of Rupert Murdoch. He put his money on John Kasich, of all people, who's not even a Republican. He's a rhino times 10 and completely stands against the Trump America First agenda. So it became clear that Murdoch was out to endorse anybody but Trump. Anybody. Not gonna let Trump see the light of day if he can help it. But when Trump won, he eventually won the nomination. Murdoch was furious, but he had no choice. His hands were tied because his base, over 2/3 of his base, were Republican and loved Trump. So he had to cover then candidate Trump because all of his viewership was there. They loved Trump. So Trump becomes president. Murdoch makes a play to be kind of a puppet master. He made a play to manage Trump to a degree through the media, and Trump wouldn't have any of it. You see, Trump really never cared for Murdoch either. He knows that he's part of the deep state. He knows that Murdoch is part of the problem. And here is Murdoch with a base viewership who loves Trump. So when Trump was robbed of the election in 2020, Murdoch rejoices, and he shuts Trump out almost completely. He orders all of the media outlets that he owns, the New York Post, the Wall Street Journal, and of course Fox News, to do an about face on the support that President Trump had, and they set out to impede him at every opportunity. And it includes the very obvious and abrupt change that we heard all over the Fox News network with regards to their commentators. And it wasn't just what we heard, folks. It's what we didn't hear, and it's what we didn't see. With the majority of Republican voters watching Fox News almost daily, Murdoch really felt certain that he could sway, or at least persuade some of them, many of them perhaps, to abandon President Trump. And we all noticed that Fox no longer carried any of President Trump's rallies. Evidence of the obvious became sufficient. Murdoch, via Fox News and his other media outlets, wanted to impede and, if not harm him, Trump, politically, to stop him, to impede him as much as possible. That became obvious. But something organic, something beautiful, something unheard of and unprecedented in the history of American presidential politics happened. And that is the American people, a majority of them, fell in love with President Trump. And they fell in love with his policies, his platform, and his politics. President Donald J. Trump was the one and is the one. So Trump didn't need Murdoch. He didn't need Fox News. He didn't need the New York Post, certainly, or the Wall Street Journal. They became simply members of the fake news media outlets that President Trump had regularly set up for crucifixion and had the majority of Americans believe that it was, in fact, and rightfully so, fake news. And so President Trump began his quest then and now for 2024 amidst continually high and continually growing polling numbers. And support from him is coming in from all major demographics in this country. So Murdoch then begins to turn the rudder at Fox News. Harder to the left they go. Now, we have to be clear about something that I think is very important. Murdoch is part of the BlackRock family of companies, and they have no worry. They have no concern for money or cash flow. No matter who their star commentator is, no matter who it may be, whether it's Tucker Carlson or whoever, Murdoch is so enraged about Trump's current day popularity that he wants to cleanse Fox News of the people who are perceived to be, or who well may indeed be, Trump's most popular advocates. Then, of course, comes this Dominion settlement where Fox agrees to pay $800 million. I'm rounding up a bit, $800 million to this alleged electronic voting machine company, right? And so during all of this, Tucker was subpoenaed. He had to go testify. His emails, his texts all came out. And in them, Tucker had written that he didn't believe really that there was election fraud in his emails and some of his text. But on his show, he alluded to that and did just about everything but say it outright. And he did then begin to believe it. And this, I think, further angered and enraged Murdoch. So with the purge of some of their most popular and conservative commentators, where would you think one would go next if you're Murdoch? Right to Tucker, the heart and soul of his entire network. So I'm going to finish up and talk because there's a few more interesting thoughts about this. We've got more to come on the show. Mel K will be here with us. Dr. Jason Dean with us today on the program. But I wanted to finish kind of wrapping up this Tucker thing because the more I thought about it over the weekend, the more of this is true. Stay with me, ladies and gentlemen, and make sure you please go to determinedpatriotism.com. Determinedpatriotism.com. There's a conference coming up June 9th and 10th in Branson, Missouri. Go to that website right now and get all the information you need. DeterminedPatriotismConference.com. I'll be right back after this message. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
I want to tell you about the good people over at EMP Shield, electromagnetic pulse, ladies and gentlemen. It can fry your home electrical system or your vehicle's electrical system. But if you attach one of these, now this is for your breaker box at home. There's a smaller version that goes on your battery of your car, your vehicle, that will prevent it from being fried in the event of an electromagnetic pulse. Because as you know, thanks to Administrator Biden, many people coming across the border now who don't exactly have the best of intentions. Protect yourself. EMPshield.com. Get huge discounts over there if you use the promo code Doug.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the set of my show, The Right Side. I'm Doug Billings, talking about the right side of health. Becoming the best version of yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, is important. You see this device over here? It's a little water, hydrogen water, ladies and gentlemen, hydrogen-infused water. The health benefits of this are incredible and well documented. I want you to go to holyhydrogen.com. Look this machine up. Use the promo code Doug to get $100 off. They have a payment plan. They have a top tier 1 customer service center. You're going to want to take advantage of this and learn all about it. It takes care of the swelling in your gut. It clears up mind fog. Listen, cancer, glaucoma, the results of the jab, all of these things have been documented to show increased benefits by virtue of infused water with hydrogen. Holyhydrogen.com, ladies and gentlemen, promo code Doug. Believe it for the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Right Side with Doug Billings, where I'm dispensing to you, as always, intellectual maturity. And you are becoming, and have been now for quite some time, for 3 years, the most intellectually mature audience in all of podcast land. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the Billings Report, billingsreport.com, all of the news that you need in one spot, the latest shows, the latest articles that keep you up to date. You can't trust the mainstream media, the fake news, not one bit. And also, I want to tell you about gold and silver. Now, everybody and their brother is talking about it. I just want to give you some information because I need you to go to rightside.goldandsilver.business. Rightside.goldandsilver.business. People are diversifying, saving their cash, the banking crisis, the dollar crisis. We all know what's going on. There's also people, though, that are deciding to leave corporate America and make this a business for themselves. They're helping other people invest into gold and silver, God's money, and they're making upwards of $7,000 a week, folks. I'm not kidding you. At the end of the day, we're in this together, and this is not about trying to sell you anything. This is about me telling you about an avenue that you can escape the mandates and the jabs and so forth and be your own boss and make a good living doing it. Rightside.goldandsilver.business. Head over there, just get the information, see what you think, pray about it, and see and talk about it with your family. Talk about it and see if you don't agree that this might be an option for you. Now, clearly, not everybody's meant to be an entrepreneur. I get that. Not everybody is meant to have their own business. I understand that. This is capitalism. There's also information over there about how you can specifically diversify your 401k, your pension, your retirement, some of the cash that you have on hand into gold and silver. And you do not need to be rich in order to do this, my friends. You do not need to be wealthy in order to start saving and protecting your wealth. Rightside.goldandsilver.business. Don't put a www in front of it. Just rightside.goldandsilver.business. All right. So the aftermath of the Tucker debacle, what would you think? They've purged at least two now of their most popular conservative commentators, Dan Bongino and, of course, Tucker Carlson. Nobody even came close to Tucker Carlson in the ratings on any network. But what would you think would be the next step that Fox News would take? Well, there's some that are out there speculating that Murdoch is trying to sell the network and that the release of these conservatives, the Tucker Carlsons and others, would make that possibility a little bit easier. And I'm certain that we can count on as the source of people that would probably consider doing it. I would imagine that most, if not all of them, would be liberal in their mindset. It just doesn't seem that the media landscape in America grows through conservatives buying up American media platforms. It just doesn't happen that often, unfortunately. So there's just not a lot of rich billionaire type conservatives with America first principles that want to go out on the limb and publicly support our cause. And that is a tragedy. It's an adversity and it's a challenge. It's the woke culture, clearly. It's the doxing, it's the cancellation, it's the bullying, it's all of that because they don't want to go through it. And who can blame them to a certain degree? But we need to step up and we need to have people out there, the Soroses, if you will, of the conservative agenda, step up. On one hand, it's difficult to imagine Murdoch doing any of this because, again, the vast popularity of Tucker Carlson, the money that he represents by virtue of what he brings in with ratings, were astronomically ahead of anybody else in the business. But Murdoch, again, like I said at the beginning of the program, doesn't need the money, but he has a disdain for Trump that trumps his business acumen, if you know what I mean. The move here, I think, has already driven millions of viewers away from Fox News. I myself, no longer a member of Fox Nation. I only subscribe to watch Tucker. I mean, as millions of you. And they've lost billions of dollars since the announcement. And I like what my friend General Michael Flynn said as soon as the news about Tucker was released. He said on social media, he goes, Fox News, meet Bud Light. And he's exactly right. Fox News had led America's news ratings for over a decade, probably more. They were light years ahead of everybody else. No one else came close. And Their dominance is well established. So it's going to be interesting to see the next rating book that comes out to see what kind of an impact this all has on their overall ratings. We all know that the radical left media gather together. They gather together on conference calls, on Zoom calls, etc. They coordinate their news coverage with all these talking points. They say the same thing using only mildly altered phrases and so forth. We've seen the clips. And so the birth of Fox News, when you look back at this and what people have commented upon, the birth of Fox was generated by a frustration of that the radical left media was all saying the same thing. It was an echo chamber. There was no alternative news source. There was no conservative news source. So anyone who had tuned in to CNN or MSNBC, ABC, CBS, NBC, any of the other mainstream news outlets, they all saw the same thing. And so now the independent podcasters, the social media influencers, such as me and this program and others, are going to benefit to a degree from Fox News abandoning the core conservative values and the audience that they've had for so long. And we'll see where everything, lands. So we'll see where Tucker lands. And I'm here to tell you that we have on this program always, and we will continue to look at the state of play in America, put together as much analysis about the topics that are going on as we can, and comment upon them, and give you what we see as the truth about all of it. And we always appreciate you finding your way over to dougbillings.us and offering a voluntary subscription and donation on a monthly basis over there. We give you the show for free. We never charge you to watch or listen to the show. So we depend on you. This is how I make a living. And I always have said, you have blessed me, and we are all in this together. And I appreciate you when you go to dougbillings.us and click on the donate or the subscribe button, and you set up a monthly or a yearly recurring subscription or donation. That is how we do it. That's how we get the truth out there. And as we look at the millions of people who have listened to this program, the thousands upon thousands that follow us, it's you who remain the most important people in all of it. It's you. And I mean that. And so I am truly appreciative of you heading over to dougbillings.us and lending your support over there as you can. And please prayerfully support me in the program as well. All right, up against another break, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, becoming healthy. We've got train derailments. We have China spy balloons with God knows the potential to do what to us. mRNA in our bloodstream because of the food supply. bravetv.com/Doug to get healthy. Organic supplements that help detoxify your system. Organic supplements to, again, detox, to bind up the clutter that gets into your system, and even reducing and eliminating to a degree the effects of the jab. Please head over to bravetv.store/Doug. I misspoke earlier. bravetv.store/Doug. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back after this break.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Doug Billings here on the set of my show, The Right Side. I am standing shoulder to shoulder with Mike Lindell and his employees over at mypillow.com. Use the promo code Billings when you go over there to mypillow.com. Everything that you need. You already know about the sheets, the pillows, obviously the pillows, the slippers, the best slippers in the world, ladies and gentlemen. They even have dog beds and pet beds over there. I've got 2 of them for my service dog, Jet. Absolutely, I do. MyPillow.com. Stand shoulder to shoulder with me and Mike Lindell as we support his employees as he endeavors to become one of the refounders, if you will, one of the refounding fathers of our republic. It's the least we can do. MyPillow.com, promo code Billings. Please, ladies and gentlemen, MyPillow.com, promo code Billings. Believe it, for the republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Here we are where we talk about American exceptionalism and dispelling the myth that America is anything that has to do with racist or prejudiced. America is the shining light, remains the shining light. We're in a bit of a nightmare right now, but the good news is that everybody wakes up from nightmares. Thank you very much indeed. Somebody else who's helping us wake up from nightmares is Mike Lindell. Mike's going to join us in person live at the Determined Patriotism Conference, determinedpatriotismconference.com. Head over there and get tickets and information. Determinedpatriotismconference.com. Also, it's pillow season, sheet season, towel season, everything upwards of 80% off if you use the promo code Billings when you go to mypillow.com. Mypillow.com, promo code Billings. Support Mike. And importantly, just as importantly, support his employees. They and Mike have been under attack by the radical left woke counterculture, and I am here to support them, and I hope you are too. MyPillow.com, promo code Billings over there. So, ladies and gentlemen, Fox News, what are they going to do? Tucker's out. Bongino's out. It's obvious that Brett Baer is going to have to change his mantra because Fox News is not any longer fair, balanced, and unafraid. When we watch the coverage over there at Fox these days, really for the last few months, well, let's just check that for a moment. Since 2020, really, there's a lack of any kind of truth during their interviews. They're not tough on the Biden administration. Softball questions, simple interviews, especially with regards, again, to the Biden administration. It's ridiculous. And they have to now buy in to this whole situation in the Ukraine. And they have to follow the narrative that's coming to you from the left. In their view, in the world of Fox and other mainstream media outlets, Ukraine is the good guy in the picture. And I'm telling you, folks, that's not true. Listen to me. The Ukraine and its government does not represent the good guys in this situation. And although I don't hold him up as any kind of a hero necessarily, Vladimir Putin is the only adult in the room over there. And I've said that before. I really do encourage you to watch my two-part series called Understanding Putin. It's over on DougBillings.us. You can see it. We take a deep dive into his words, into his actions, into his psychology. The Russian leader, because he's not who the radical left and rhinos and those in the commune socialist elected class, he's not who they are telling you he is. We've got billions upon billions of dollars pouring into the Ukraine to support their military endeavors. And if that doesn't upset you, don't forget to overlook the fact that now Administrator Biden has allowed money, American money, meaning your tax dollars, to be given to Ukrainian citizens to spend, to invest as they see fit. It's absolutely outrageous. It's unprecedented. And with this new leaked information from Airman First Class Jack Texiera, we now know that there are American troops on the ground, not only engaged in battle, but involved in advising and counseling and offer consulting services. It's outrageous, and it can't be overstated. The radical left media, as you know, continually coordinate their messages. They unanimously celebrate the termination of Tucker Carlson from Fox News, and they all universally support Ukraine, and they abhor Vladimir Putin. And that ought to tell you something. And if we, on the right side, give it any kind of commentary, if we would dare to suggest that Putin is someone different than who the radical left media tells us he is, we are not only sequestered away from the mainstream, we're excommunicated from the mainstream. We can't participate in the debate. We're canceled from the dialogue. Take a look. I want you to look at this, clip number 1. Former Congresswoman Claire McCaskill, among others, in the media and so forth, absolutely examples of intellectual immaturity. Take a look here, clip number 1.
Putin is banking on the fact that he's got Tucker Carlson. cheering him on.
Kremlin TV, that official state TV in Russia, is now worried that Carlson's over Putin bias, his sort of love for Putin, has gone too far.
A vocal group of House Republicans follow the Tucker Carlson model, which is somehow that Vladimir Putin is a good guy here.
All right. Again, vacant of any kind of intellectual maturity, all of them. The rest of the mainstream media news pundits shouting down not only Tucker, but you and me, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, they are coming after you. Evidence of the obvious is sufficient. When you look at all of the radical left mainstream media, what they're saying, what they're claiming, what they're doing, we can all be assured that the chances are highly likely that the exact opposite of whatever it is they're saying is the truth. I mean, look at this. Picture number one. Nancy, Vice Pretender Harris, Zelensky on the House floor in a joint session of Congress. Everybody talking about it. Everybody railing, ranting, signing the Ukrainian flag. Why support something like this when we can be assured that it's the wrong thing to do by virtue of who is supporting it? Vladimir Putin a hero? Probably not. But he's not necessarily the evil monster that has been described to you by the mainstream media. He's driving out the seeds that he perceives to be radical liberal democracy that is encroaching upon his country. He's bolstering his borders. The radical left liberal democracy of what we now know to be here in America, the Communist Socialist Party. They have a coalition of immorality. They're woke. They have an agenda of destruction of society, abortion, the trans agenda, so on and so forth. And Vladimir Putin wants none of it in Russia. And how can we complain or besmirch him for that? He's a member of the Russian Orthodox Church, for crying out loud. He's put Bibles back in churches and schools in Russia. He's a sense of morality that is aligned more with ours than what Zelensky's sense of morality will probably ever be. Zelensky has shut down religion in the Ukraine. He's silenced any opposition media or opposition candidates, opposition voices. They can't be heard. He shut them all down, imprisoned them. And I can tell you one thing, you're never going to find footage of Vladimir Putin dressed in women's clothing and high heels, as we have from Zelensky. And when President Trump addresses all of this, he's serious about it. The art of the deal, negotiations, Trump would never have gotten us here in the first place, my friends. It's Russia this, Russia that, from the left, the disinformation, the Biden crime family, they've got to be protected. We can't let that happen. When the radical left says one thing, be assured the opposite is likely true. And here's what I know to be true. President Trump would never have allowed this war to take place, and it's not so much perhaps the word allowed, but I'm certain that he would have found a way to help negotiate peace and a non-war remedy to the entire situation. Here's a real short clip from President Trump telling us how he's going to deal with the war and how long it would take him to end it. Take a look here at clip number 2.
Shortly after I win the presidency, I will have the disastrous war between Russia and Ukraine settled. It'll take 24 hours.
All right. Well, that takes us to the next break. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Dr. Jason Dean coming up. Mel K will make an appearance on the program here in just a moment. Stay with us. Please remember, DougBillings.us. I need you to go over there. Please prayerfully consider a voluntary subscription, a voluntary support over there, a monthly or a yearly donation. DougBillings.us. I'll be right back, my friends. Don't go away for the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the set of my show, The Right Side. I'm Doug Billings. Fieldofgreens.com, ladies and gentlemen. Field of Greens, a delicious drink, full day supply, vegetables, fruits, right there. Medically medically selected, organic, delicious. Now look, this will cleanse you. It will take care of you. It'll boost your immune system. It will benefit your heart, your liver, your kidneys, your gut. It'll give you energy. Even your hair, your fingernails, your skin begin to look better in about a week to 10 days. I'm telling you, it's true. Fieldofgreens.com, promo code Doug. It'll get you 15% off your initial purchase and 10% off your recurring purchases. We are in this together, ladies and gentlemen. I'm simply giving you stuff that works. I've tried it, and I think you should too. Fieldofgreens.com, promo code Doug, ladies and gentlemen. We're in this together. Believe it. For the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
I want to tell you about the good people over at EMP Shield. Electromagnetic pulse, ladies and gentlemen. It can fry your home electrical system or your vehicle's electrical system. But if you attach one of these, now this is for your breaker box at home. There's a smaller version that goes on your battery of your car, your vehicle, that will prevent it from being fried in the event of an electromagnetic pulse. Because as you know, thanks to Administrator Biden, many people coming across the border now who don't exactly have the best of intentions. Protect yourself. EMPshield.com. Get huge discounts over there if you use the promo code Doug.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the set of my show, The Right Side. I'm Doug Billings, talking about the right side of health. Becoming the best version of yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, is important. You see this device over here? It's a little water, hydrogen water, ladies and gentlemen, hydrogen-infused water. The health benefits of this are incredible and well documented. I want you to go to holyhydrogen.com. Look this machine up. Use the promo code Doug to get $100 off. They have a payment plan. They have a top tier 1 customer service center. You're going to want to take advantage of this and learn all about it. It takes care of the swelling in your gut. It clears up mind fog. Listen, cancer, glaucoma, the results of the jab, all of these things have been documented to show increased benefits by virtue of infused water with hydrogen. Holyhydrogen.com, ladies and gentlemen, promo code Doug. Believe it, for the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Thanks very much. Head over to DougBillings.us. I'm driving that message. Big membership drive going on. DougBillings.us. Please, ladies and gentlemen, this, again, is how we make a living and how I support the family over here. My 2 sons and I, we appreciate it. And our dog, Jet. We appreciate that. I had a chance to sit down with a couple of patriots today. Dr. Jason Dean is up first. Dr. Jason Dean is the person behind bravetv.store/Doug. bravetv.store/Doug. Talking about some things here today that you can do to detoxify your body against all of the stuff that's around us. First up, here he is, my friend, Dr. Jason Dean. Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Right Side. Today on the program, real quickly, just for a short visit with us, Dr. Jason Dean, a friend of the program, Brave. Look, you gotta not only be brave, you got to go to Brave TV to get healthy, folks. bravetv.com/Doug. We're going to talk some about the detox, the organic detox supplements and so forth he has over there. It's the full moon regiment is what we're going to talk about briefly right here. We've got a full moon coming up. Dr. Dean, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Doug. It's we have a full moon coming up, but also let me go into this too. It is a whirlwind of information out there right now, and I think people are actually getting quite concerned. We have train derailments. We have cattle farms going down. I mean, this is a
mRNA in our food supply. Yep.
That's exactly where I was going. So now, Bill Gates has been working on this for a long period of time, but now I know Missouri was just battling their bill over there. Yep. They're looking to put mRNA. They're already doing it in some areas, mRNA directly into the cattle. New South Wales actually put an article out probably a couple of weeks ago, I think I saw it, where for every 10 cattle they injected with this technology, two of them died on the spot. So 2 out of 10 died on injection. That's how we know this is a very dangerous, very toxic product that they're using. This is going into our food supply. This means not only do people have to really be cautious and conscious of what they're eating, what they're putting in their body from a cleanliness standpoint, but you have to start detoxing this stuff out of your body. And I want to make this good point with the full moon protocol. By the way, there are parasites in the mRNA vaccines. And the reason why they do that, even if I don't go conspiracy theory on this, they're using genetically modified cultures when they make these vaccines, right? Genetically modified cultures are weak. There's already parasites in the GMO foods, so that those parasites go over to the vaccine. So that's also being injected into the cattle, into the people as well. All of our products, whether it's clot shot defense or it's the full moon protocol, which we have coming up, I think the 6th or 7th is the full moon, they have binders in there. It's a very heavy carbon technology that goes into your body, good carbon, and will actually start pulling out heavy metals, heavy chemicals, molds, etc., but also these nanotechnologies and this mRNA. Now, I'm not saying we're going to change the DNA over, but at least we're going to start cleaning up their bodies and their systems, Doug. I think that's really important.
I think it is too, and it's a timely topic. Ladies and gentlemen, look, Dr. Jason Dean and I were out primarily to get you information. We ask that you look at it, read it thoroughly, pray over it, and then make a decision. But we are in this together, and anything on this program is there to benefit you. We work together. Look, we've got to stand shoulder to shoulder. bravetv.com/Doug for the discounts over there. Dr. Dean, just a couple of seconds left. What else? How do we wrap it up? And what can they expect potentially? The energy, the cleanliness, about a week to 10 days, you begin to see or feel results. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Every single person we've dealt with, from our viewers to other viewers on the show, within a week to 2 weeks, you already start feeling different. Energy comes back, clarity of mind comes back. And quite honestly, your viewers know we're in a battle. We're in a war for this nation. We're in a spiritual war at the highest level. You must have health, no matter what, whether we have to go to, unfortunately, battle here, like physical battle, which I hope we don't, but spiritual, you got to keep that mind right as well. You got to keep that mind going. You cannot do that while you're unhealthy. America right now is at the unhealthiest levels we've ever been at in our time. We have to turn that around if we're going to have a nation.
I got to tell you, I've been taking it, Dr. Dean. It works. I primarily, I would tell you, look, I've got this spells of being just so tired in the afternoon where you just kind of you do the head slump. Yeah. And I know a lot of people have that. It works. The head slumping is done. It's over, and it works. Yes. It works. Well, I feel great.
I appreciate your evidence, and between yours and everybody else's, everybody out there, the success stories are coming in. It's not because I just want to say, hey, success. No, people are having real dramatic differences in their life. They're getting healthy. They're feeling better. They're back on task, and they're back on purpose as well.
You bet. Well, I got to get myself some more of it. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got to get yourself some as well. And you can do it at bravetv.com/Doug. Use the promo code Doug over there. Dr. Dean will be back. Jason, I know we just had a really limited time, but we want to get this message out. And I just hope that people take advantage of what you're offering. Thanks for being a friend of the program.
Thanks for having me, Doug. I appreciate your help.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're in it together. Believe it. For the Republic. Cheers. Hi, everybody. I have a great friendship with Mel K. I really do love her and love the message she brings. It's an important message with the absence of Tucker Carlson and so forth. People like Mel K, myself, and Vandersteel, other members of the new media movement. We really are trying to fill that void until Tucker returns, and even beyond then. I had a moment to sit down with her just briefly, very short conversation about my upcoming conference in Branson, Missouri, June 9th and 10th. The Determined Patriotism Conference, and you can get tickets at determinedpatriotismconference.com. Head over there. Only 400 left, and they are everybody's a VIP there. They're part of a package where you'll be able to meet and talk with, have autographs and pictures if you want them with the speakers and so forth. Here's my conversation with my friend Mel K. Hey, everybody, look who I have here. Mel K. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's a researcher. She's a patriot. She's a truth teller. And she's going to be in Branson, Missouri with me June 9th and 10th. Mel, you're a friend, and I love you.
Well, I love you, Doug Billings. You've been a pal the whole time. 3 years. We've been going strong. You and I kind of came out of nowhere as just patriots that had had enough. We knew something was wrong. We started digging in, and we couldn't be quiet. And here we are. And I'm so excited about Branson because I have to tell you, I've been to your events before. They are so much fun. And above that, you get there, there's enthusiasm. You and I go on tour. We've been on tour together for 2 years. Everywhere we go, we do the meet and greets because it is the people that are going to change this nation. We, the people, are the answer. And your events leave people enthusiastic, motivated, with action steps to take home. They can get involved there. They can get involved when they get back. There's so many options. We should all be right now focusing on what we can do, solutions for upcoming, get involved in precinct strategy, get involved in canvassing. Right now is the time. And Doug's event is a big kickoff for a whole bunch of great people to ask questions and really just have some fun and some community and realize we are the majority, and it's I just can't wait.
We are. I inevitably I will post the event. We direct everybody to determinedpatriotism.com. It's very affordable. We have people that are look. We have people that engage in capitalism. I do this for a living now. I left corporate America. You were in the media. You were in Hollywood. You've had all sorts of different paths. I have too. This is nothing that makes any of us rich. There are people out there that will despise us and degrade it and so forth and so on. But I want to focus on the fun aspect. We're in a nightmare in America, but you know what, ladies and gentlemen, it's okay to gather together with patriots and have a little bit of fun while we're learning how to recover the republic from the grips of communist socialism. And that's what we're going to do in Branson. We're on Friday night. We're going to go out to a show. We're going to have some fun. We're going to go to Clay Cooper's Country Review. It's part skit, it's part concert, it's part comedy, but it's fun. And then we're going to gather together. Mel K will be there, and Vandersteel, Devin Nunes, General Michael Flynn, Mike Lindell, Father Jim Altman, the Flyover conservatives, Tom Renz, and the young up-and-coming podcaster Alex Stone. And we're going to have panel discussions where we're going to give specific answers and specific guidelines for how we recover this. And ladies and gentlemen, Mel K is right. It begins with you. You will be the most important people in that room, believe me. And Mel and I know this. I got to tell you, Mel, as we look back over our 3 years together since we've been doing this, there's some warning signs and danger signs, this kooky notion that somehow Trump is designed to get back into the White House before 2024, that the military is secretly in charge and running the show. Biden's not. It's the military. I can't believe that people still cling to I understand that when things are stolen from us, we want them back as soon as possible. I get the desperation in wanting to see things restored. I really do. But we've got to engage in reality, don't we?
Yeah, big time, because what a lot of that is doing is it's taking our eyes off of what's really happening to America. It is my feeling, and on my show I talk about the most, which is the uniparty is captured. Our country is captured. We are way past the point of dividing over nonsense. We must deal with facts and truth as it is, not as we'd like it to be. And as it is right now, the multinational corporations, the billionaire oligarchy that I believe is running this country, and the banking cartel, international banking cartel folks, have usurped our nation, our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and basically bought and paid for dozens of politicians on the local level and the national level. And we, the people of the United States, have to take back this country, because we in America, thank God for our founding fathers, we are the government, and we have to start acting like it. And yes, it is disturbing at this point that people believe that Donald Trump is in any way in control, because I assure you, if Donald Trump was in control, the border would be closed. We would not be in war in Ukraine and possibly going to war multiple other places as we speak. We would not be imploding our economy from the inside out. We would certainly not have a situation where law enforcement and law and order and the DOJ is weaponized. And most of all, this would not be happening to him. The entire lawfare dynamic that is going on right now against Donald Trump is because they do not want Donald Trump to win in 2024. And if we do want him to win, we're going to have to realize that it's up to us to deal with what is happening, what we can do, get out there and stop thinking somebody's coming to save us, because nobody is coming to save us except for us and God through us. So Amen. I just hope that everyone starts realizing that if we don't unite with the cards that we have on the table right now and use them to our advantage, we will not be able to overcome these demonic entities that have usurped our nation, our Constitution, our Bill of Rights. And honestly, what they want, folks, is a uniparty. That uniparty will not be run by Democrats. It'll be run by, as you call them, commie socialists, but the scarier part is it'll be run by a globalist entity, quite possibly the CCP. So everyone's got to wake up and get on the same page now. If you want Trump to win, you got to start dealing with where we are for real.
And they've had such a head start. The radical communist socialist left since the days of the Frankfurt School over in Europe, and their apostles, their minions, and their disciples come over here in the late 1897. I did a show on the history of communist socialism in America. They all the Rockefeller family, the Deweys, the Carnegies, and their institutions and organizations and foundations funded their radical socialist platform politics and policies. And that since then they've infiltrated, and people on their side have become activists. We conservatives have not been thoroughly involved in our local levels. And this is part of what we'll talk about at the conference and how we overcome it. And so, Mel, I'm just so grateful that you're going to be there. Thanks for spending just a few moments with us to talk about it.
Great. And I'm so excited. And please, everyone, come. First of all, you really have to know that this is really key. We have to get together in person. They are really censoring us. It's getting worse. They just tried to silence Tucker. Of course, I believe he'll be back like the Phoenix and their worst nightmare. But we do have to realize that getting together in person has an energy to it. It has a momentum to it. And hopefully when you leave Doug's event, you'll have so much fun that you'll go back to your local community and do your own local event to get kind of a feeling of how you can do it at the event, then go home, take the model, make it happen. We can have thousands of these events all over the country. Join us. And General Flynn obviously is going to be there, which is awesome. Getting to talk to him, you're going to talk to a real leader with real plans. And Mike Lindell, Tom Renz, these people all are fighting for this country like no one else. And you know what? You too will leave there and be fighting for this country on the front lines as well.
Mel, thank you very much, my dear friend. Best to you and Rob. People can find you at the Mel K Show over on Rumble, and you have Mel K, the melkshow.com. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. And I like people to do their own research and not take anything we say on face value. So the free resource page at the melkshow.com, you can find just about anything. I say always follow the money, look for the truth, and anything that you can't prove, I would say put it aside and go forward with what you can, because we, the people of the United States, need to take back this country, and that requires you being thoroughly involved and informed.
Ladies and gentlemen, there she is, Mel K, one of the best. With the void that has now been left, at least temporarily, by Tucker's absence, Mel K becomes an important voice in America. She always has been, but the voice of truth and reason that she brings now, more important than ever, perhaps. And again, thank you for taking time to go to determinedpatriotism.com. Get all the information over there about this upcoming conference, June 9th and 10th, Branson, Missouri. Only 400 tickets. It's very up close and personal. I guarantee you, everybody's a VIP. You'll get to meet these speakers, have a word with them, get a picture and an autograph if you want one, and enjoy great, specific, and reasonable, tangible ways and mechanisms that we can reclaim our republic from the Communist Socialist Anti-American Party. God bless you all, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it for the republic. Cheers. All right, there it was, Mel K. Thank you very much, ladies. Isn't she great? I tell you, I just love her. She's going to be fantastic. She's always fantastic when she's on the stage. People love her, and she's great on a panel. She's great when you meet her up close and personal, and you'll get the chance to do that at the Determined Patriotism Conference. Again, determinedpatriotismconference.com. Head over there today and get tickets. There are only 400 available, so you want to hurry. It's going to be a small, intimate gathering, and also a special thanks to my friend, Dr. Jason Dean, for being on the program today as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in this together. We've got to stand shoulder to shoulder. Please support me and the endeavor to save the republic from the grip of the communist socialist coalition of immorality. Do that at dougbillings.us. And until you and I meet again, God bless you, your families, and all whom you hold dear. For the republic, ladies and gentlemen, believe it. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings. The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the set of my show, The Right Side. I am Doug Billings. Hey, the Determined Patriotism Conference. We're doing it again. And I'm bringing some of my best friends, General Michael Flynn, Devin, Nunes, Mike Lindell, Tom Renz, the Flyover Conservatives, Mel K and Vandersteel, John DiLemme, Alex Stone, Father James Altman will be there. It's a weekend of motivation, inspiration, and education to help us go back with specific and tangible mechanisms to reclaim our republic away from the Communist Socialist, formerly known as the Democrat, Party. Go to determinedpatriotismconference.com, determinedpatriotismconference.com, and get information today. Ladies and gentlemen, Branson, Missouri, June 9th and 10th, a very small, intimate gathering. Only 400 tickets are available. You'll be able to meet and talk with every one of the speakers. Get a picture, shake their hand, get an autograph if you want one. Everybody's a VIP at this event, and you are the most important people in that room. Believe it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.